helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Touchdown! It's complete. K.J. Hamler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Vikings 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted...
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson coming off such a sensational rookie year. He wows him again here with big yardage after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
First down.
Mayfield on first down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And again, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Chase McLaughlin for the Browns field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. 2nd down and goal. Cousins, flush to his right. Caught on the slant. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd and goal for Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Mayfield on play action. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield going deep here for Landry. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
3rd and long for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwogu now from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to work. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 38-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They'll roll him out right. Completes it to the fullback hand. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it this time. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, forced out to his left. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mayfield keeps it himself. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as it gets it up past the 35.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 38.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll throw again. Cousins rolling to his right. Open man here is Conklin. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's brought down. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph.
This to almost certainly win the football game.
Joseph's got it.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Here's Baker.
He's going to let it fly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.